Average price is down 3% right across the board. So you may be asking yourself why you're seeing bidding wars everywhere again. Hi, my name is Adam Nadler. I am the owner of Vision Real Estate. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I'm going to go over the numbers for January that just came out and explain a little bit about what's going on in our market because it's a little wonky right now. All right, so let's start off with sales volume. Again, down 44% right across the board. And this number is pretty consistently what we've been seeing for about the 8th consecutive month in a row. And real quick, before I jump into average price, which is super interesting this month, by the way, please feel free to click on the link in the description below if you'd like to have a chat with me about real estate, because this market is wonky. That link will connect you to a calendar where you can book a time to chat with me at a time that is most convenient for you. Or if you have a simple question, please feel free to email me. My email address is adam@visionrealestate.ca, and I will get you a personal video response within 24 hours. Now, of course, we are in Q1 of 2023. The peak of the market was in Q1 of 2022. So we're going to see the greatest disparity of price in these next couple of months. So obviously, as we look at year over year pricing, it is down a whopping 16.4%. And I really want to focus on month over month pricing because that's actually giving us a better gauge of what's happening right now. So from December to January, we are down 3% in average price. And if you're out there searching on the market right now for a place to buy, you are probably noticing that there are a lot of bidding wars happening, and you may be wondering why. I did want to focus on Richmond Hill now for just a quick second, and the reason why I want to do that is because Richmond Hill kind of sits in the perfect pocket where it kind of straddles Yonge Street on that main corridor of the city moving north. It's along all major transit routes. It's right between the 400 and the 404. And it just gives us a really great perspective because average price seems to be right around where the Toronto average always sits at about $1 million. It'll go up to about 1.3 in different parts of Richmond Hill. And it is mainly suburbia. So we have clusters of homes that are very similar. It gives us a very consistent read on value. So I really like to use Richmond Hill as a great example of what we're seeing happening right now. So what I did is I pulled up all the sales for detached and townhouses, not condos, because I really want to focus on the freehold market, that have happened in January. Now, I want you to pay attention to the list price column and right next to it, the sold price column. And what you'll notice is that a lot of them have listed low, gotten into a bidding war, and sold sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars over their asking price. This is very reminiscent of 2021, and it is very simply just a symptom of extremely low supply, and demand is outstripping our supply right now. Even though interest rates are up, even though average price is down, we are still seeing a supply issue, and this is why we are seeing these bidding wars coming back, rearing their ugly head again in 2023. And just to give you an idea of exactly what I'm talking about, out of 48 freehold sales that happened in the month of January in Richmond Hill, 70% of them sold over their asking price in a bidding war. And we see the supply problem reflected in the stats. Really quick before I move on, if you're getting a ton of value from this content and you really enjoy watching, please feel free to hit that subscribe button and join our community. Help to support this content I'm putting forward, and click that bell so you get notified every time I put out a new video. And also don't forget to hit the like button so this video can be pushed out to more people like yourself. Total new listings year over year is down 3.7%, and the sales to new listings ratio is down 30% year over year. And again, when we're comparing year over year, property days on market, listing days on market is always going to look crazy when we're comparing the peak of the market to a relative trough like right now. So we're going to see massive numbers like 127% year over year growth for days on market and 123% for listing days on market. And that's because when you look at these sales figures, our sales numbers are so low that we are basically at the same level of sales that we were at the beginning of COVID in March and April of 2020, where the world had basically shut down. There was mass panic and hysteria. So our prices coming down, I'd say very modestly, and I would say that we should expect modest numbers moving forward for any price decreases, and that's really dependent on the asset class that you're looking at. If you are shopping in the suburbs, you're looking for a freehold property, it is an extremely competitive market right now, and the same holds true for condos right now. Condo sales, again, are down 54% year over year, but if you look at the year over year average price, it hasn't moved at all. So just to parrot Benjamin Tal, who is the chief economist of CIBC, when he was talking about the housing market, we're not in a real recession, especially when it comes to the housing market. It seems like we're in a wannabe recession where inflation is driving consumer prices up, but at the same time, we have a serious housing supply issue. We are taking in a ton of people into our country right now. It is inflating demand, and that demand is going to keep going up as we increase our immigration to about 500,000 people every year for the next 3 years. Out of that 500,000, we see about half of those people end up in Toronto or the GTA. And on average, we build about 35 or 38,000 units in the GTA per year. Overall, in Canada, we have an estimated housing shortage of about 1.8 million units in our nation. So regardless of the Bank of Canada jacking up interest rates and markets seeming to crash all around us, the housing market is holding up quite strongly. But that's just what I think. Let me know what you think by commenting down below. Is the market going to continue to correct for the rest of the year, or are we seeing the beginnings of a rebound? Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. If you like that video, click the subscribe button on the right, or feel free to enjoy another video here on the left.